डू यू नो, एक कोर्ट में सेक्सुअल हरेसमेंट का केस हारने के बाद भी एक स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने पब्लिक में जश्न मनाया था। पर क्यों? और क्या एक आम सिटीजन जो सिर्फ पैम्फलेट्स बांटता है और पैम्फलेट्स में एक पॉलिटिशियन को क्रिटिसाइज करता है, क्या उस इंसान को जेल में डाला जा सकता है? If you think the answer is no, this book is going to shock you. Let's get into it. Most of us visualize the quotes जैसे कि उनको फिल्मों में पोर्ट्रे किया जाता है. But have you ever wondered if our quotes are truly as unbeatable as they look in the movies? We see the order and the grand justice. But what happens when the system itself looks the other way? Welcome, my name is Sukhpreet Singh Gyani, and you're watching the channel Unfiltered Book Talk. No spoilers, just the core review, the raw, honest truth about books. If it is on my shelf, it's getting a straightforward review. Let's talk about books. Today, we are diving into a book that pulls back the curtain on the Indian judiciary like never before. This book is called The Cases That India Forgot, written by Chintan Chandrachud. We all know about the big cases जिनको कि हम heroic cases भी कह सकते हैं. For example, we know about the Shah Bano case, or we know about this case of Maharashtra Assembly in Supreme Court. But our author argues that we have a selective memory. He says victory तो headline बन जाती है, but what about failure? Yes, he's right. Failure headline नहीं बनती. We remember the victories, but we forget the failure. Now let's talk about the man behind the research, the man behind this book, Chintan Chandrachud. He is the author. He comes from a family that is basically royalty in Indian law. And why I am saying so? वो इंडिया के फॉर्मर चीफ जस्टिस डीवाई चंद्रचूड़ के बेटे हैं. And those who don't know, please recollect his grandfather, Justice YV Chandrachud, जिनको कि 1978 में पोस्ट इमरजेंसी जनता गवर्नमेंट ने चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया अपॉइंट किया था. एंड लेटर इन द सेम ईयर उन्होंने इंदिरा गांधी के बेटे संजय गांधी को दैट फेमस केस किस्सा कुर्सी का केस में जेल में डाल दिया था. और उस समय ये एक ऐसा कदम था जो पहले कभी नहीं हुआ था, एंड और उसके बाद कभी दोबारा भी नहीं. एंड डू रिमेंबर दैट इन 1980 इंदिरा गांधी came back to the power. उसके बाद सब कुछ बदल गया. And it is said that there was a kind of a cold war between Justice Chandrachud and the Gandhi family. There were even hints of impeachment proceedings against him proposed by a Congress MP during that time. But our author, Chintan Chandrachud, has shaped out his own path. He is brilliant. He is a brilliant legal scholar with degrees from Oxford, Cambridge and Yale. अभी वो लंदन में लॉयर हैं, पर दिल उनका क्लियरली इंडियन है. And our author has this unique ability to take a complex 500-page judgment and turn it into a story that feels like a gripping courtroom drama. This book is beautifully divided into four main themes: politics, gender, religion, and national security. Let's look at few examples that will stay with you long after you finish this book. First, the Mathura rape case of 1979. Well, this is a dark chapter. A young tribal girl was raped in पुलिस कस्टडी. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पुलिस वालों को बरी कर दिया और बेसिकली ये कहा कि क्योंकि विक्टिम पे विजिबल इंजरीज नहीं थे तो ये रेप का केस नहीं बनता और शायद विक्टिम ने कंसेंट किया होगा. The Supreme Court actually acquitted the policeman, basically saying that since she didn't have visible injuries, she must have consented. It was a shocking judgment that sparked a massive women rights movement across India. So the author Chandrachud explains how this failure of the courts led to the first major reform in India's rape laws. और यही रीजन था कि जिसे हमने स्टार्टिंग में कहा, एक सरकार ने केस हार कर भी जश्न मनाया. The way the author has explained the court's decision and the public outrage that followed is a proof of his gripping writing style. It is a story of how public outrage had to fix what the courts broke. Next, the author presents the case of Keshav Singh, a unique case. A unique case by all means. Kyun? Don't go away. This will tell you how Indian political system works. Imagine a man in 1964 distributes few pamphlets calling a MLA corrupt. And in a knee-jerk reaction, यूपी असेंबली ने ऑर्डर कर दिया उस आदमी का अरेस्ट. जब हाई कोर्ट ने बेल देने की कोशिश की तो यूपी असेंबली ने जजेस की अरेस्ट को भी ऑर्डर कर दिया. This case reminds us that the balance of power between politicians and the judges have always been fragile. But more so, Keshav Singh got arrested not for a crime, but for distributing free pamphlets of truth. UP Assembly clearly wasn't ready for that offer. And the reactions by the UP Assembly proved it all by itself. Then there is this famous Rupan Deol Bajaj case. This involved a senior woman IAS officer who was harassed by a very powerful super cop of Punjab Police, KPS Gill. It took 17 years to get a final verdict. And this book highlights a bizarre moment. The moment जब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने सुपर कॉप को अदालत द्वारा छोड़े जाने का जश्न मनाने के लिए एक पुलिस बैंड का अरेंजमेंट किया था. इट्स अ क्रूल रिमाइंडर ऑफ हाउ द स्टेट ऑफन protects its own. Only in India can a serious court case get a soundtrack. Thanks to the police band, justice arrived with dhol and trumpets. इस केस में जस्टिस भी बिना साउंड ट्रैक के नहीं आता. पुलिस बैंड ने केस को शादी की बारात बना दिया था. सो व्हाट इज द कॉमन थ्रेड हियर? Our author Chandrachud shows us that judiciary is not always the shield we think it is. Sometimes the court is so executive minded, meaning it agrees with the government just to avoid conflict. Our author uses a brilliant term, constitutional evasion. This is when the courts don't say yes or no to a controversial law. It simply doesn't hear the case for years, but by not deciding, the court effectively lets the government do whatever it wants. Reading this book changes how you look at the news. आपको क्या लगता है, रिसेंट इंडियन हिस्ट्री में कोई ऐसा केस है जहां कोर्ट्स ने डिसीजन लेने से बचने की कोशिश की हो? शेयर योर व्यूज. When you see a big case in the headlines today, you will start asking, is the court deciding or is it evading? This book, The Cases That India Forgot, is a wake up call. The author tells us that as citizens, we cannot leave the protection of our rights entirely to the courts. We have to stay informed and we have to keep asking questions. ये बुक पढ़ना और भी इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है क्योंकि ये दिखाती है कि लॉ सिर्फ पुराने रूल्स या पुराने स्टैचूज के बारे में नहीं है, बल्कि पावर, पॉलिटिक्स और रियल लोगों की जिंदगी के बारे में है. If you want to understand why India's judicial system works the way it does today, including its flaws, you have to look at those forgotten stories. ये बुक क्लियर और इजी इंग्लिश में लिखी गई है. इसको कोई भी पढ़ सकता है, इवन अगर आप एक लॉयर नहीं है तो. इफ यू एंजॉय हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटिक्स और जस्ट अ गुड नॉन फिक्शन रीड दैट मेक्स यू फील स्मार्टर, पिक दिस वन अप. इट इज शॉर्ट, इट्स पंची एंड इट्स आई ओपनिंग. So, which of these cases surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives in the world of books.